Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Vincentian Esports Tournament 2023. We are here for some FIFA 23 gameplay. My name is George Overton, joined by Matt Hayho, and we are ready to break down some action.
We are very excited to be back. You know, obviously, this is a bit more of a one-off tournament during the break for the regular season for some of these teams. So it'll be very interesting to see how they play. We've obviously had quite a bit of time off as well, haven't we, really, since the close of the season. But really excited for the Vincentian Cup. And let's get straight into the action.
Yeah, let's get right into it. So we are kicking it off, and we are getting underway. Nice and on time this time. And here we go, we are ready to go. So it is going to be Bayern Munich, versus Real Madrid. And we've got a very early chance for St. John's, but they cannot put it in the back of the net. It's a great save from Courtois to kick it off.
Yeah, really good chance. They're straight through the middle as well, though. Like, no defence around. And, yeah, Mane just trying to go for that near post, I think. But it ended up kind of straight down the middle. And Courtois, yeah, very good save from him. He's got a big target in goal. You know, 6'7", I think he is. So, yeah, very big fella. Fills a lot of the goal.
Yep, he does that indeed. And also got himself a Team of the Year card this year as well. So clearly doing very well in real life and justifying the pickup of Real Madrid. Well, they've got quite a few players in the Team of the Year and the Team of the Year nominees, haven't they? They are looking very good, but I think it's less to do with what teams you're picking kick-off, and it is more to do with which team is better. We've got DePaul coming up here against St. John's. St. John's, one of the mid-table teams in the EGF tournament right now, which has been going on for about 8 or 9 weeks. DePaul currently not sitting as high up in the table, but they are looking to work their way back up once we do get underway this Monday. Make sure to swing by and watch. I think it starts at 4:15 Eastern Time, so if you want to do so there, you can do. But what we're here to talk about today is the Vincentian Cup. It should be a banger. There's 3 sides in the tournament: St. John's, DePaul, and Niagara. Who's going to come out on top and win it this year? We've got a little bit of stream lag, but we are back in with the game.
We're all good. Yeah, there's going to be a few chops and changes, maybe a change in formation early on. Maybe already the Real Madrid side sort of seeing that Bayern Munich with their really quick attack, already creating a few chances, although that last one was offside. But, maybe some early changes. Again, we need to probably double check that are these the exact same players that are playing in the league format as well? Because if so, they may have already played against each other and may already know how to suss each other out. And we see that Trivella there, and maybe not as fruitful as it once was, the Trivella.
No, it has seen quite a few nerfs over the patches that we've had so far in FIFA 23. But to talk a little bit more about the players, we have Hussein playing for DePaul, and on the side of St. John's, if you are a FIFA regular for EGFC, then you will know Blue Champs, or Daniel, is going to be playing for St. John's. That will be a foul and a yellow card early on for Luka Modric.
Yeah, quite an early booking as well, only 16 minutes into the game, and definitely one of your key players there, Luka Modric, and we'll see if anything can come from the free kick, and it's another good save from Courtois. I tell you what, Courtois has been called into action a number of times already early on, maybe just about keeping him in the game at the moment.
Yeah, made a couple of cracking saves. Hussein definitely going to have to try and hit on the counter-attack and break, or try and find some way of getting out of this Bayern Munich press at the moment, just running into trouble. We'll have to see. This is a Bayern Munich team full of pace in this attack and 4. You've got Sadio Mane, you've got Coman, you've just got absolutely abundance of pace, haven't you, to be honest. Gnabry's in there as well. It's a really good team, Bayern Munich, very solid.
Yeah, I mean, they're only adding to their ranks as well in real life. At the moment, I think Manuel Neuer's out for quite some time. So, Neuer wouldn't be available if we were playing with sort of up-to-date real-life squads. I think someone told me the other week that he actually broke his leg or something. So he's out for quite some time as well. So, But yeah, one of the best keepers probably in the game as well. Again, big, difficult to get the ball past. And we might see a chance here again for Bayern Munich. The pass was on there. I was going to say the sweat was on. But, yeah, not quite well intercepted and well defended once again.
Yeah, Gnabry not quite able to squeeze that pass across, but talking about Bayern Munich in real life, that obviously the injury from Manuel Neuer was a big threat, as we see a first chance for Vincentius Jr., and he finds the back of the net for DePaul. It has been all St. John's. They've been pressing him in their half, but DePaul found that counter-attack that I alluded to earlier, and they managed to find the first goal of the game. 1-0 to DePaul, the first goal in the Vincentian Cup. And, well, St. John's, they've got to bounce back. They've got to try and bring it level.
Yeah, that was really against the run of play there for DePaul. Soaked up a lot of pressure for the first 25 minutes, and we saw St. John's and Bayern Munich, blue champs, going forward. The switch might be on here, and we see Koeman down the wing. Will he get the chance? He does not. I thought that was going to nestle in the side of the net there, but unfortunately not. No instant reply for St. John's.
No instant reply, and that will go down as a missed chance. If you are watching this game, you will be disappointed. Kingsley Coman didn't find the back of the net on that one. We love a good close game here at EGF. We very often do see tight goal thrillers, and we'll have to see if we do get this again. It is a cup tie, so, cups do bring a different kind of vibe to the league, I think it is safe to say. But we'll have to see who will come out on top. 34 minutes in, DePaul 1-0. We'll have to see if St. John's can bounce back. They need a goal. Well, they don't really need a goal straight away, but they'd like to get a goal before the half-time break, I'm sure.
It'd be nice to keep, you've got to say, actually, St. John's have probably been the better side so far, and we get another chance down the wing. Real Madrid throwing bodies forward. A bicycle kick comes in. It does get blocked, and easy pick up there for blue champs and Manuel Neuer. And, yeah, it was very much against the run of play, that goal. And I think, like you said, with the cup tie, it's not just a one-legged affair again, though, is it? So it's, I suppose if it was like the FA Cup, for example, or any sort of League Cup, or cup within the different continents and different nations, you often have just one game, and it does come down to who performs best on the day. But again, you can say the same with FIFA. Although we are playing best of two, there is always a chance of an upset, and just different things going differently to what they would do in the league format.
Yeah, 100%. And DePaul is a team that maybe can potentially thrive off that situation. They haven't been able to get as many points as they might like in the league. Well, coming into this cup, they can take it with a completely different outlook, and maybe that can then fuel them on to do better in the league as well. We'll have to see, as there is a chance for St. John's. It's Sadio Mane, but cannot find the back of the net. Courtois with another great save. And if you are blue champs, you're going to be asking, well, why can't my goalkeeper do that?
Yeah, it was. It's really been one shot, one goal, isn't it, so far? It's been one of those typical weekend league games almost there, and the referee blowing for half-time very promptly there when the 45 minutes was up, not adding on too much time there at all. And yeah, very much again, we've said it once and we'll say it again, very much against the run of play for DePaul. 5 shots to 2 actually, but it was probably the only real shot that troubled Manuel Neuer and obviously went straight through him. And you can see here some of the tactics that are being used from Bayern Munich. And I do wonder, maybe are we going to see a few bodies thrown forward? We've said this before with the best of 2 format. It's not all lost in the first game. You're not really going to go out and necessarily win it all in the first leg, but you could lose it all in the first leg if you fall too far behind.
Yeah, I think 1-0 though, it's a fine. It's a fine. I mean, no deficit is fine, but it's better than going down 2 or 3-0. This is definitely a deficit that you can come back from, to say the least. And when you're sitting in the camp of St. John's, you've got a very good, well-experienced player in blue champs that can make these comebacks happen. So we'll have to see how he gets on. But Bayern Munich starting off, they're going to look for an attack. Leroy Sané. Get those two names mixed up sometimes. Gnabry. Back to Sadio Mane, who isn't the best player in the world so far in this game, not having the greatest of showing so far. But to go back to what you said about in real life Manuel Neuer breaking his leg, they actually picked up Jan Sommer, so one of the best goalkeepers in the Bundesliga, I would say, over the last few years. And they've seen that their long-time goalkeeper's injured, and they've gone and picked up another one.
Yeah, sometimes you do feel with Bayern Munich that they sort of just buy the best players from around the league, don't they? So that they're just maintain their consistency at the top of the table, absolute dominance, really. The amount of players they've signed from Dortmund specifically, who were their biggest threat for many years. We might see another chance, and There's a little bit of goalkeeper movement in there, actually, just to move to the far post, and the shot does go flying over. And you have to say, Blue Champs has created many, many chances, but it's just not had that end product to get that goal.
Just needs to find that last finish, and that is one of the problems when you lose a player like Lewandowski. He's got that guaranteed end product. Sadio Mane, bit more of a winger. Okay, he's very, very good at shooting, but he hasn't got that finesse, that finishing prowess that Lewandowski has. So we'll have to see if they can get a goal back. But I do feel like it's coming sooner rather than later. Sadio Mane breaking at the defence, but Rudiger stands strong. One of the best base cards in the game, and showing that there, very good defending, gets the ball clear, doesn't even concede a corner.
Yeah, it's the Real Madrid defence, to be honest, to play against it is quite horrible. You know, they've got plenty of choices. You got, you know, Rudiger, Eder Militao, Alaba, you know, just the three of them. It's sort of too many good defenders, although they've given the ball away here, and another block comes in. But yeah, they've got a great team at left back. You know, you've got Ferland, Mendy as well. So, you know, they've got pace, they've got strength, they've got height. They've got the ability to play out from the back, so they're a very, very solid defence on FIFA for sure.
100%, and you know that is one of the reasons why they are currently the reigning European champions. They're a squad filled with depth and experience. We'll have to see if they can get another goal. Rodrigo cutting inside to Karim Benzema, can't finish. The goalkeeper does well. That is another nasty tackle. Referee will give a play on, but Goretzka just wants to burst forward. The pass is a little bit short. Will be intercepted by Real Madrid. Benzema, though, through on goal. One-on-one with the goalkeeper, but it's a great save. Referee will blow it and blow up for that foul there. Give the yellow card to Valverde.
Yeah, definitely. It was one of those sort of professional fouls where you're just trying to stop your opponent breaking away. And, chance at the near post there. The actual header was nowhere near in the end, but I thought when the defender fell over there, the chance almost presented itself. But yeah, again, you know, it's just a few simple through balls at the moment from DePaul that seem to be sort of the key play. You've got to say that Blue Champs has probably had more chances, probably some better chances. Ooh. Goes for the Trivela, and hear that lovely donk off the crossbar there. And unfortunately, once again, St. John's just unable to find the net.
Yeah, it's just that end product they're struggling with here. Real Madrid, DePaul, not the team that we really expected to be coming out on top after the first leg, but are doing well to hang on to it. They might get another chance. Benzema with the power shot. Unfortunately, fired wide of the post. That one is user-controlled, though, so, you know,
yeah,
maybe...
that's the only problem.
Maybe
you go for that power shot. Yeah, you go for that power shot, and it's like, it's not assisted shooting. You know, when you take a normal shot, you get the assistance that goes to the goal. Oh, no. Blue Champs, what is happening? I tell you what, some of the chances that they're creating are very, very good. Just unable to get the finish. Maybe it was the wrong man in the wrong position at the wrong time just there, but, you know, still got to be hitting the target from there.
Yeah, you look at the expected goals, and I'm sure it will show the tail, but Sadio Mane with another chance, and once again, just a little bit too close to the goalkeeper, able to come out, collect the ball, and this, honestly... How has St. John's not scored? I do not know. There could be another chance coming, though, right off the back of this. Sadio Mane gives the ball to Coman. Back to Mane. Lovely short pass and goes for the shot. Hits their own player who is in an offside position. This is just sad.
I tell you what, it's one of those games where it just doesn't seem to be happening for Blue Champs. Just chance after chance after chance. Now his own players are blocking the shots. It's just a bit of a nightmare. I do think he, deserves a draw out of this. Surely another chance now. Oh, hits the post on the crossbar, one on the other, and still can't find the goal. What is going on?
Sadio Mane has got to be putting that one in the back of the net. Really great opportunity, well worked, good passing. And that's the thing about most of these chances that Blue Champs has been making. They're always really nice passes, whether it's from an overlap or whether it's from a really good run from a player. There's just so many chances being made, but just unable to find the back of the net. And there could be a chance here for Real Madrid to go 2-0 up, and it's that man once again, Karim Benzema. And what can you say? Just an absolutely... I'm lost for words.
Honestly, this is an absolute smash and grab. DePaul have done... what a challenge. Somehow, they've managed to keep a clean sheet so far. I honestly don't know how. We've had 2 shots off the woodwork. We've had, you know, Bayern Munich and St John's players blocking their own shots. We've had Courtois pulling off save after save. Yeah, and it's just really been two clear-cut chances, 2 goals for DePaul, and you know, credit to them, 2-0 up. It's, you know, they are showing the quality up front by getting the goals. Maybe will we see a change in squad for St John's? Maybe looking for a team with a slightly more clinical striker. Yeah, 2-0. It's very much against the run of play, but at the same time, DePaul have done well to hang in there and create those chances.
Definitely, 100% would agree. You know, we can say St John's have created chance after chance, but at the end of the day, they haven't put them away. DePaul have put them away, and they have been absolutely clinical with their chances. And, well, we'll go into the second leg at 2-0 for DePaul. Who thought we'd be saying that after the first 90 minutes of play? Not me, but, well, you've got to say, they definitely, you know, deserve is a big word. Deserve is a big word in this situation, especially when, you know, Bayern Munich had as many chances, St John's had as many chances as they did. I will say, though, DePaul definitely, they stuck to their guns, they stuck to the game plan, and they found the players in the right positions and found the back of the net. So what more can you say about that? But before we get into the second leg, we are going to throw it to a quick break. So we are going to leave you with a little videotape of what you can see at DePaul University.
Hello, Blue Demons. Joe and I want to wish you the best of luck as you head into the Vincentian Cup.
We're excited to follow your progress and can't wait to see all those wins.
You know, I used to be quite the gamer back in the day. Maybe I should try out for the team.
That's true. But I think today's games are a bit more advanced than Defender or Robotron. Maybe you should brush up on your skills first.
Good point. We will be cheering for you, Blue Demons. Make us proud.
And have fun.
Go, Blue Demons!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Vincentian 2023 esports tournament. We have got DePaul versus St John's. DePaul currently 2 up after the first leg, and we are ready to get underway with the game. And already St John's have scored a goal 3 minutes into the game, and they're looking to try and make this 2-0 deficit back to 2-2. They're going to try their best, and, well, they've got a very good start underway with it. So Manchester City going to be the team for St John's this time out.
Yeah, they weren't really waiting for the ad break there, were they, at all? They were straight into the game and ready to kick off and just went for it. So, yeah, unfortunately you missed the first goal there, but it's all good. Currently, it stands now 2-1 to DePaul. They obviously had that 2-0 win in the first leg. Stuck with Real Madrid. But this time we've seen St John's and Blue Champs change it up.
Ooh.
Slight deflection there. Thought they might call the goalkeeper out.
Oh.
We're going to see a pause come in as well.
They've actually switched sides as well. So DePaul are actually hosting. St John's are hosting this time around. So it's actually 3-0 to DePaul. I do apologise for the technical difficulty, but yeah, DePaul currently 3 goals up on aggregate. They must have had a very good start to the game. I wish they'd have waited for us to get in, but it's all good. It's all good. There's still plenty of time left in this match, and St John's trying to get that goal back as early as possible. João Cancelo keeps it in, almost goes to the other hand of the other player. Rodrigo out on the
really
right-hand side here. Yeah, good start definitely for DePaul, as Rodrigo does actually run the ball out for a goal kick.
Yeah, also changing up the host as well in the mix, just to keep us on our toes as well. So yeah, unfortunately we don't get to see that, but it's another cracking start, and I think at the moment 3-0 on aggregate does seem like it's going to be pretty tough for Blue Champs to come back. Although again in that first leg it was all Blue Champs, although they came out with a 2-0 defeat. Just the chances were there. It was just that finishing that was letting them down.
Yeah, 100%. It was just that final end product. Will Erling Haaland have anything to say about it? He is the man in form, well, everywhere in the world at the moment. He's having a cracking start to the season. Benzema coming forward, takes a shot on, hits the bar, and
you've got a feel for Blue Champs. You just have to. just got to be wondering what he can do to score a goal.
Blue
He's
champs
hit the
is
post
Real
now
Madrid.
3 times. Yeah, Blue
Oh,
champs
dear.
hit the post there.
So it is actually 1-0 to St. John's then, because Blue champs is Real Madrid, and because I looked at the kits, right, and I saw that colour, and I was thinking, well, that's Man City, isn't it? Looking at that kit, but then I realised the names and who was playing. See, you can't have nice things. You can't have nice things around here because somebody will just switch teams. They'll switch hosts, and no, obviously it's fine. But St. John's, they've bounced back. They've gotten themselves back to 2-1. And now what more can they do? Coming forward, Rodrigo on the ball, got plenty of pace. Benzema with a shot. We'll go out for a corner kick.
Already looking like, Real Madrid, that change in team, it looks like it could be paying off already early doors then so far. And again, like you said about Haaland, it's a shame that Haaland wasn't at the World Cup. Like, it's a shame that Norway didn't qualify. Obviously their national team not quite as strong as others, so they got Ødegaard in there as well. You see a long shot go flying in. What a strike. And it is now 2-0 to St. John's, and we are all tied at 2-2.
Wow, what a strike that was from Vincentius Jr. Just, he felt that space. He saw that his player got a little bit of room. And the one thing that I would say about keepers on FIFA is with these long shots, they don't tend to move across much. They kind of just, they see the shot coming and then they just stick in their position, then they dive. And, well, Vincentius Jr., he's seen the goalkeeper off his line. Blue Champs has seen the goalkeeper off his line, and he has absolutely smashed it. What a goal, and what a way to bring yourself back to 2 goals apiece. And now, well, who's going to win this one now? St. John's are on the front foot. You look back at that first game, and you've got to say, maybe Bayern Munich just is not the team for St. John's.
Yeah, I think it's just having that clinical striker, like you said earlier, that Mane, he is good at shooting. However, is he going to score goals in those situations that really, really matter compared to the likes of Haaland or Lewandowski, as you said, Harry Kane, for example. There's players on there that can score. Even Benzema, again, not the paciest, but does have that clinical finishing and that extra shooting stats that make all the difference.
100%. Hussein now for DePaul, looking to try and find a way to take the lead, regain the lead once again, but some good defending from Blue Champs, one of the most experienced players in the EGF, and I would say the most experienced player in the Vincentian Cup. There's a chance here. Benzema seeing the goalkeeper off his line, and wow, Ederson with some acrobatics. Great save, and manages to clamber on back and regain the ball.
I needed just a tiny bit more on that chip. It was a really good execution, just lacking that tiny bit more power, maybe not even half a second longer on the shoot button, and that would have just been that inch or two further. I might see a chance here, and already Hussein did make that substitution, took off Gundogan and brought on Bernardo Silva, I believe, so making some changes early doors after going 2 goals down in the second leg. But we are tied at 2-2, so as it stands, we'll be going through to that golden goal third leg, won't we, I believe?
Yeah, we would indeed, and the question is, who would win it on the golden goal? Well, Blue Champs doesn't want to leave it down to that. Rodrigo coming in. João Cancelo with some great defending once again. Team of the Year nominee player. And he will indeed win his team a goal kick. Very nice.
Yeah, you've got to be careful with those. Like you say, Blue Champs probably doesn't want it to go to that golden goal because anything can happen. It's, even just down to whoever has the first kickoff, it might influence the outcome. And it's a big cross. Looking for Haaland. It's not quite reach him. And well defended by Blue Champs. I'd say Blue Champs is playing some pretty good FIFA as well here. Playing it out from the back, spreading it out wide and looking good. Difficult to play against Cancelo and Walker who are out there. You've got Laporte and Ruben Diaz in the middle. So maybe a bit more of a central approach would be the best. But we shall see. Coming up towards half-time now, though.
Yeah, it's tough, though. It's tough to play against Man City as Real Madrid because you want to play through those wings with Vincentius Jr. and Haaland. Oh, he only needs one chance. He only needs one. He finds the back of the net. 2-1. DePaul, they've regained their lead. And St. John's, DePaul. Oh, well, what a game this has been so far. Blue Champs really wants to bounce back now. Went up the other end of the half. just absolutely raced down the other end. But the referee will call the half-time whistle, and DePaul once again have just about nabbed the lead before the half-time break.
Again, look at the stats. It's pretty much just one-sided in terms of chances, but it's just getting the ball in between the posts, under the crossbar and across the line. And at the moment, DePaul just seem to be able to get that finish, no matter what. I mean, Halland, like we said earlier, absolutely clinical finish, just so good at shooting. Again, get him on that left foot, and it's just absolutely unreal. But yeah, again, maybe against the run of play, 2-1 in this leg, so St. John's are winning this one, but obviously 3-2 on aggregate to DePaul so far.
Yeah, we'll have to see what this final half has, or well, final quarter, I guess, if you're taking it in that respect. But the final half of the 4 halves that we have, well, let's see what it has in store for us. Hazard, Rodrigo, can he find the back of the net? No. Edison with another heroic save. What are DePaul feeding their goalkeepers? Ball whipped into the box, cleared away, well cleared away as well by DePaul.
Yeah, it just seems to be, what a ball as well here. Let's go. Is Halland going to get through? Tchouameni's chasing him. He tries the little chip, and the referee plays advantage, and luckily it's not for DePaul, so they could have seen a penalty potentially with that coming together, but maybe just slightly the wrong shot selection there. But yeah, like we go back to saying about their goalkeepers there, at the moment DePaul just somehow staying in the lead and staying in the game, despite the fact that they've not necessarily been outclassed, but you have to say Blue Champs has had more chance than Hussein. But Hussein is just stuck in the game, maybe ridden his luck a little bit, but he's in the lead nonetheless.
With such a short tournament, such a short cup like this, it really is, if you lose a game, you are in a very dangerous position not to be able to go to the final tomorrow. And for St. John's, this is one where they're going to feel a little bit hard done by, but you can't afford to feel sorry for yourself in this situation. You've got to keep pushing forward, keep getting those chances. There is still a half an hour, 35 minutes left of in-game time before the added time is added on. So plenty of time for them to come back into this one, but they need to be patient. Rodrigo on the ball. Can he whip it in? It has been, but the goalkeeper should get there, and he does.
It's just trying to find that chance again now, isn't it, for St. John's? They need another goal, and it's just one of those, they just seem to be knocking on the door, but they just can't seem to score. And Blue Champs, I think, is going to be kind of frustrated figure very soon, because the chances are there, like we've said. I don't know, the crossbar, the post, the goalkeeper just constantly being denied.
Yeah, it's tough. It is tough. There's one thing that you really can't control in FIFA, and that is your goalkeeper. Well, unless you're playing pro clubs, of course. But yeah, in Ultimate Team, that is the sole frustration for me, is if your goalkeeper is having an absolute mare. And I don't want to say that St. John's goalkeepers are having a mare, but honestly, DePaul are just clinical. They're finishing absolutely everything, just smashing it into the top corner. We are on next-gen gameplay here, so it is obviously a little bit different to current gen. I feel like it is much more favourable to go for these top bin power shots with green time finish. They are very strong. And 65 minutes into this game, St. John's, they are still on the front foot. They are still getting chances, but it is getting less and less. It's getting tighter and tighter here. Yeah,
it's kind of one of those, if we're going to get closer towards full time, the next goal, it will be crucial. But if St. John's score it, we could see ourselves the first golden goal. I don't think we've had a golden goal at all in the league format so far this season. So it'll be interesting to see if we get one in the cup format.
Let's have a look. Vincentius Jr., though, on the ball. Needs one goal to draw it level. It's Hazard. Cannot recreate his form from Chelsea here in this game. Saved by the goalkeeper. Great save once again from Edison. Rodrigo going to take a punt, but that will be always rising above the bar.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of desperation with that one. The ball did set up nicely, but I think he ended up shifting onto his left foot. I think Rodrigo's right-footed, maybe four-star weak foot, and another offside. Currently, DePaul, I don't want to say they're not offering too much, but, it's very much one way at the moment. Hussein living on that lead, but why not? And there's another chance, and defender makes the block. And honestly, Blue Champs is going to be so frustrated at the moment.
Well, it's great defending from DePaul because it's not like he's just AI defended that one and called him across for the second man press. He's actually pulled the defender across and made the tackle himself. So, fair play to DePaul. They are defending very well, but you've got to feel like a goal's got to come before the full-time whistle for St. John's. But as it stands right now, DePaul just hanging on by a thread, really just sticking all the defenders back on the edge of that box. Lovely touch by Benzema. Gets round one, gets round two, but can't get the ball in the middle. It's very easily telegraphed, easily read.
And, just wins it back once again, Blue Champs. I don't really think that Hussein's left his own half at the moment in this second period of the game. You see a chance down the wing with Cancelo looking for an overlap. Only 10 minutes of in-game time left. That's a lovely weighted pass in behind. Oh, the angle was against him, I was going to say, as he went for the shot. And the goalkeeper's reached out to make the save, and he's tipped it into his own net. And that is really going to frustrate Blue Champs.
That's just tough.
Unfortunate.
That is just tough. What do you do about that? The goalkeeper has gone to ground, he's made the save, and it's just gone between his legs and gone in the back of the net. It's another goal for DePaul. It's another great finish from Haaland, but it's got to go down as a mistake from the goalkeeper. Chance here, Benzema puts it in the back of the net. Okay, one goal needed to draw it level here. One goal needed to draw it level for St. John's. They just need one more. There is a few minutes left, probably about 10 minutes of in-game time, maybe a tad less. Can we see it? It's going to go out for a corner.
Yeah, big chances there. Really, really quick reply, quick response, although St. John's are winning 3-2 in the second leg. Obviously, DePaul winning the first leg 2-0, so we are on 4-3 on aggregate, and the ball has just run out of play for a goal kick. And this will just use up those last few minutes, less than 5 to go, plus a little bit of added time. None of this World Cup added time on FIFA with 14 minutes or 10 minutes. But yeah, are we going to see it with the last few kicks of the game?
Haaland on the ball, could just choose to go backwards, but not going to do that today. Benzema, Hazard. Final chance here for St. John's, playing it over the top, but really Benzema doesn't have the pace to do that anymore. Just not quite fast enough. Team press is going to be put on by St. John's. They're throwing everything at it. Need to win the ball back. They do make the tackle. 2 minutes of added time going to be played. De Bruyne gets tackled.
Now or never.
It is indeed. Now or never. Good tackle. Militao running through. Just got to throw everything at it here. Benzema. Still Benzema. Can he find the man in the middle? Pass through. Kyle Walker with a great interception. And well, that is all she wrote. A game where St. John's were pushing and pushing and pushing. Getting all the chances. Just could not convert enough. And DePaul, well, they managed to come out on top with a win.
Yeah, got to feel sorry for Blue Champs there. Chance after chance after chance.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Vincentian Cup, brought to you by EGF. It's myself and Matt Hayho back at it once again for the second game of the evening. It will be St. John's versus Niagara, and I think we're just about ready to get into game, to be honest, Matt.
Yeah, let's get straight into it. I think the teams look like they're ready. I'm assuming Blue Champs is going to be playing again for St. John's, looking to bounce back, obviously, after that kind of against the run of play defeat, really. But again, over 2 legs, it's kind of, is it more deserved, I guess? It's not like it was a one-off, if it was just a 2-0 or the 3-2, and they have lost connection early, unfortunately. So I don't know if that was just a connection issue or if that was someone dropping out or not. But we'll see here, and we'll see if we can let the players get back into game. So bear with us for a second. So yeah. Bit unfortunate, but sometimes these things happen. We'll see if the 2 players can get back in game. I think it is Blue Champs playing again, isn't it, for St. John's?
Yeah, it will be. It will be Blue Champs St. John's. Not too sure who it is playing for Niagara as of yet. I think I saw the name Rob in the chat. There was just a DC. The players have been sitting in team selection for like 15 minutes, so that's obviously a little bit frustrating. They're trying to sort it out now, and then we will swiftly get into game. But yeah, it's tough when you lose the game over 2 legs, and it's not really in convincing fashion. But you lose twice over 2 legs. You have a lot of chances that maybe you should have scored but you didn't. You can't. You've got to put it down more to yourself rather than luck based. You can't really just blame it all on the game.
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? Because the first game, 2-0, it was against the run of play. But again, we said this about Hussein during the first leg. Kept themselves in the game, never kind of fell too far behind, even in the second leg when St John's were going for it. It did get to 2-2 at one stage on aggregate. So, did pull it back, and then Hussein went out and scored again. So, just did enough, I think, to win it over the 2 legs. And it was a tight one, though, because you've got to say that Blue Champs had more chances. But again, more chances doesn't always mean more goals.
No, it definitely doesn't. It's difficult because when your opponent has such a little amount of chances, you're like, well, my goalkeeper should be doing better here. But yeah, the players are just trying to invite each other at the moment and get into their team selection. But it looks like Blue Champs has wanted to play Real Madrid this time around again. So obviously a little bit more comfortable with Real Madrid maybe, as opposed to playing someone like Bayern Munich. We'll have to see how he does indeed get on, as both players are now in game. It's going to be Real Madrid versus Liverpool. And I'm interested to see, actually, what Harvey Elliott's rating is, whether he'll be starting or not for a start. And, and what rating he'll be. Because I know on Ultimate Team he's only a silver.
Yeah, he starts off quite low, doesn't he? So it'll be interesting to see. I think one of the players did tick enhanced attributes, so whether they both agreed on that, I do not know. Here we go. Let's get into the game. Yeah, like I said, we haven't seen many players choose Liverpool over the course of the actual league format of the season. One of the first times seeing Liverpool in quite a while, actually. Jota, Thiago, they've got some decent players in there. Maybe just not the best overall, but we see an early chance for Diaz, and save it is offside.
Yeah, offside this time. Not Darwin Núñez that is offside, as he usually is in real life. Haha. I'm sure that is a joke that you would probably make at some point, Matt. But but either way, St John's obviously off the back of that loss there, wanting to come out strong and pick up a win here. But they are coming up against a tough task in Thugs from Niagara. We'll have to see. Chance Thiago. Good tackle, and now Real Madrid, St John's can come on the counter-attack.
Yeah, we've got to wait and see if they're, is Thugs going to come into the game a bit, not rusty necessarily, but, we've seen St John's, we've seen Blue Champs just play 2 legs, so maybe warmed up, got a bit more rhythm, more of a feel, because, sometimes when you go online and you're playing these games, you want a bit of a chance to warm up, just to get used to the feel of the game again. If you haven't played for a day or two, we're going to see a chance, and I thought I was going to loop in over Alisson there. And one joke I will make, George, on your behalf is, Liverpool do keep going behind early on in their games in real life at the moment.
So we'll have to see if Niagara go down early on in this game as well. It's not been the greatest start, tentative, a few missed passes here and there, but we will indeed have to see, as Blue Champs, off the back of that loss, it's always going to be tough on your mental. But when you're as experienced as you are, as Blue Champs is, you got to expect more goals. And well, he's got an early one here. 13 minutes in, Rodrigo, a lovely cross into the box, finds the target, and it is a 1-goal lead early on for St John's.
Yeah, we saw that sort of passage of play, coming out in the first couple of games as well. Get down the wing, look to cut inside, try that kind of vertical run towards the goal, and then the little cut back, and did really well there with the finish. But it's one of those, could you defend it better? It's quite difficult to defend those. That does seem to be not necessarily the meta, but it's definitely a preferred attacking option at the moment. Yeah,
definitely. We're seeing a lot of wing play being forced down those wings, and I think Trent Alexander-Arnold in FIFA, he doesn't have a lot of pace at all. I'm not going to say in real life because I love him to bits, but in game, unfortunately, not got the craziest amount of pace, so it is a little bit difficult to defend with him against the likes of Rodrigo and Vincentius Jr. But here we go, Salah coming down this right-hand side, finds Thiago in the box, chooses not to take the shot on, does choose to take the shot on there though, but into 2 Real Madrid men and will be cleared away.
Yeah, I felt like maybe could have just taken a shot there, maybe had a chance, but yeah, opted for the extra pass, and eventually the chance went away, and there's a chance now though for Vinicius Jr. to break down the wing. Probably not going to be caught by Trent. Van Dijk can't really get across to him either. It's the pass coming in, it's a shot coming in, biding his time, and the chance goes begging there. Could have been 2-0.
Could have been 2-0. Alisson came out, couldn't get the ball. And yeah, Blue Champs maybe should have picked out a better option in the middle, but unfortunately couldn't do so this time. Vincentius Jr., lovely bit of skill into the shot, and Alisson maybe should have done a bit better, but will just slip through his legs and go into the back of the net. St. John's with a 2-goal advantage now.
Yeah, a bit of in-game audio there potentially coming through as well. We can't hear that, whether that's luckily or unluckily. Thugs may be letting out a cry of frustration. We'll never know. But I do wonder, it could well come down to goal difference for who's going to make the final. So you've got to say, got to try and win this game, St. John's, and maybe try and put a few more goals up on the board, because we've obviously got Niagara against DePaul coming up after as well. So we'll have to see how that one goes. But I guess goal difference could come down to it if there's a win for each team.
Yeah, St. John's needs to be certain that they get into this into these places. They need to make sure that they get a good goal difference here in this second game of the evening, and yeah, even if if they've got what are they currently, 2 -2, well +0 I guess right now, because they're 2 goals up. +1 is it? Oh,
yeah,
yes.
4-3 in the end. They scored very late on after that, sort of kick-off goal effectively in the 88th minute. So.
Of course.
Yeah.
What a fool I am.
Well, sometimes you forget those goals that happen really late on, instantly after another one, and you might see the chance, and defenders there. Rudiger does well once again, and I do think changing up team from Bayern Munich to Real Madrid has done him a world of good. Having Benzema, that clinical finisher, and even just a wing play especially, just looked to overwork it a bit too much there, but the chances are coming for Blue Champs now.
Well, there needs to be some sort of change here for me for Niagara defensively. I mean, you don't need to make changes subs-wise, but I would definitely say that you need to maybe have a look at some of the defensive options. Maybe Trent needs to stay back, or maybe your defence needs to drop back a bit further, because they cannot deal with the pace of Vincentius Jr. right now. Just running absolute laps around Trent, as hard as that is for me to say. Thugs, though, moving the ball forward. Salah to Diaz, but cannot quite find the pass to Thiago. And now, once again, is that pace going to be a big factor? It's a great tackle from Van Dijk.
Yeah, I think maybe for Niagara, maybe just take a shot. Always looking for that one extra pass when there's half a yard on for a shot. You've got players up there that can shoot. You've got Diaz, you've got Nunez, you've got Salah, even players like Thiago just in behind, and Jota. They can shoot. Just take a chance, you never know where the ball could end up.
You really don't. You really don't. It is one of those situations of you've just got to take a shot on and see what happens, because when you're 2 goals down, although sure, plenty of time left in this one for Niagara and Thugs to come back, but you definitely need to get a goal sooner rather than later. If you are just tuning into the stream now, it is the Vincentian Cup. In the first game, St. John's did in fact lose to DePaul. 4-3 was the final score. And currently they're winning 2-0 here in this second game of the evening. So they are looking a lot better than they were in the first leg. But obviously still very early doors. Only just hit the first half-time whistle. Still 3 halves left to go.
Yeah, a long way to go in this one, but it's a good bounce back from St. John's. Really well played from Blue Champs, probably deserving the lead so far. I just think, like I said, just before half-time for Niagara, maybe just have a few shots. They've had a couple of half chances and got the ball into some great areas, but then just sort of playing one extra pass when sometimes it was a little bit unnecessary. Could have just taken a shot. You never know, the goalkeeper might parry it across. We saw Courtois in the previous game fumble it almost into his own goal. Ooh. It's going to be offside. It's again though a very nice finish.
Yeah, really nice. Just put it between the goalkeeper's legs. I'm not too sure if this is something that everybody should be looking at on next gen, but just tapping the ball seems to be going through the keeper's legs more often than not. Salah with a nice bit of skill managed to get past one. Really nice pass as well into the midfield to Thiago to hang on to possession there. Jota, the pass from Nunez a little bit short, but will manage to keep it in and wins himself a throw-in.
Yeah, some good build-up play again, though. You know, Salah there just drawing the defender in, and then just as he was about to lose the ball, managed to lay it off. And plenty of men back in white there, though, for Real Madrid. And again, we said this in the first leg earlier, that, you know, they're such a difficult defence to play against. Rudiger, Alaba, Mendy, Eder Militao. We've got Mendy, I think, playing at right back at the moment as well. Militao, you've got Alaba playing at left back. So, you know, it's just a very strong, fast, capable defence.
And Real Madrid have so much pace, and that Liverpool defence doesn't have a crazy amount of it. The goalkeeper movement comes out, looks for the pass across goal still. Wow, lots of passes across goal coming out here from St. John's, just looking for that guaranteed pass to the back post goal. I can respect it, but the goalkeeper movement came out, could have potentially looked for a shot at the near post. But either way, currently 2 goals up there. Not going to be rushing their chances, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's almost no need to keep pushing, I guess. But we did say, you know, eventually it may well come down to goal difference. Although Hussein going to be playing against Thugs in the final matchup of this evening as well. So you know, there's still a long way to go.
Ooh.
This evening there's a chance here. Somehow gets through, and save from Alisson there, though. Just denying, you know, 3-0. It could all be over.
Just unable to get to the ball quick enough. Got that little touch off the defender there. I think it was Virgil van Dijk, but just unable to get back to the ball quick enough to get the shot off. But Alisson did well, came out to make a good save. Ball played up top for Benzema. Fabinho will regain the possession for Liverpool and Niagara, but once again, St. John's looking to come on the break here. Lovely switch of play from Vincentius Jr. Rodrigo does well to get there. Can he find the ball into the middle for Benzema? No, he's just going to run round Robertson. Benzema, clinical as always. Another goal. Another fantastic goal for St. John's. A beautiful finish, and that is 3-0. They have definitely put aside their problems from that first game. They are scoring absolutely everything now.
Maybe this is the difference of just having that clinical striker and the 2 wingers that can really, really chip in. It's been night and day from the first game where, the first 2 games really, where St. John's were struggling, Blue Champs struggling to find the back of the net. But now, just, you know, running riot in this first leg of his second fixture. And yeah, really ramping up the pressure. And I think, you know, if there was a rematch with Real Madrid for him and DePaul with Hussein, in this form, could be trouble.
Could well be indeed, but that being said, DePaul defended very well in both of their games. To be fair, they somehow managed to keep Blue Champs out for long enough to hold on to their lead, and they got a couple of goals back when they were up against it as well. So you know they definitely did their duties and managed to get a few points with it as well. But here in this game, Niagara up against it, and they are under a lot of pressure here. Another goal conceded, and, well, it's going to be very difficult. That is going to be an intentional foul. The referee will give a yellow card for Rudiger, and this is a great chance for Trent Alexander-Arnold to put his mark on the game. Where's it going to go? Takes the free kick. Courtois with an easy enough save. Not enough power on that one.
Yeah, you know how good Trent is as well from free kicks, especially in real life, and you know, his free kick stats probably resembling that in game. He's pretty solid, gets it on target, and once again, though, Real Madrid bursting forward. Van Dijk's not going to keep up with Hazard. Can he go round the keeper? He tries, and Alisson is there once again. You've got to say, Alisson's done pretty well to keep Niagara slightly in the game. Look at the passes, though. So many more passes for Niagara. It's almost like a direct approach from St. John's here.
Chance. Another great save once again from the goalkeeper. This direct football from St. John's seems to be working. They're just going down these wings. It's a good interception from Robertson, but does pass out into touch for a throw-in. I'm sure that wasn't what the intent was. But once again, Robertson wins out on that battle against Rodrigo and wins the ball back for Niagara, who, well, they need to get a goal before the full-time whistle for me. They need to get a goal back as quick as possible, but it looks like St. John's want another one.
Yeah, at the moment, it looks like there's only one team that may well get on the score sheet. And once again, Alisson coming to the rescue. He's done pretty well, actually, as Alisson, considering he hasn't really had too much support from his defence in this one.
Definitely. There is a chance, though. That's going to be another foul, you would have thought. Maybe just about got the ball, the angle maybe of the camera not doing us any favours. Rudiger. Hazard now. Benzema looking to make a run through. Virgil van Dijk just about body checks his run. Vinicius Jr. could get there, but Trent very aware of the situation this time and manages to get the ball back to Alisson. But still, St. John's are on the hunt. Scrappy, scrappy football this. Dying embers of this match. Is there going to be one more goal? And no! It's missed. I thought that was in.
It was very close. I mean, again, the chance opened up. We did see a shot in the previous game, didn't we, from the same player in the same position, roughly. And, yeah, what a cracking effort that was. Could have been another goal, but it's just, yeah, still currently 3-0. But we're going to see a late chance here with this corner. Just over a minute to go plus stoppage time. Got Van Dijk in the box. He's a big target to aim at. Might still have one more chance here. They'd like to get on the score sheet, Niagara, but just the 1 minute added on. Will we see one final opportunity in this one? The time is pretty much up. The referee is going to blow. And yeah, a pretty solid start then for St. John's and Blue Champs. 3-0 in the first leg, really bouncing back from that rough start this evening.
Yeah, 100%. And doing well as well, as you can see here. 3-0. Currently to St. John's. Great start for them. Red Storm versus the Purple Eagles. And yeah, you know, what can you say? Just really sticking to their guns, playing the same kind of football as they did in the first leg, but this time with Real Madrid just finding way more clinical chances, just getting the ball in the box, finding these opportunities, and I think more importantly as well, not messing around with the ball, you know, not taking any chances, you know, get it to the player, take the shot, don't look for that extra pass, just take the shot on, you know, unless it's obvious that the shot isn't going to go in, but yeah, just obviously doing much better here in this second leg, but in this first leg, sorry. We do have a second leg obviously to come up, but we are going to throw it to a very quick break, and we're going to show you a little bit of a VT about Niagara this time.
Welcome everyone. Wing spike Oreo. They have three really hard skills. We just
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Vincentian Cup. We are here for the second leg between St. John's and Niagara, and we have had a little bit of a change in teams here. Blue Champs is playing as his favourite team, Chelsea, and Niagara and Thugs going to be sticking it out with Liverpool as we do see them do in the EGF regular season. They are a team that do like to play Liverpool, and it must be because Doug supports Liverpool, it must be. But either way, Chelsea versus Liverpool, Niagara currently 3 goals down on aggregate. We'll have to see if they can make the comeback. Chelsea is a much easier team to play against, well, in general, I think, over Real Madrid. Definitely their defence is a little bit worse, but Koulibaly, you know, you got Kante in there as well. Thiago Silva's not an easy player to get past. I'd say Chelsea's weakest department is probably their attacking force, which is probably the thing that Niagara struggled with the most, was defensively. At the wings, they were struggling a little bit, but we'll have to see coming into this game, won't we, Matt?
Yeah, it's an odd one, isn't it, really? Because Chelsea, in real life, don't really have too much of an out-and-out striker at the moment. Kai Havertz seems to be filling that role. Obviously, Aubameyang has been pretty dreadful ever since he was okay at Arsenal, and then he went off to Barcelona for a bit, didn't he? And then he came back to Chelsea now, and yeah, hasn't really done anything at all. Yeah, it's an odd one. And we were talking in the break there, do they have Mudryk in the side? Because he looks quite good. I know, obviously, he was only up against James Milner, who is aging. But he did break a record, I think, for the highest top speed of the season.
Wow.
Mudryk already. So he's only played for like half an hour and he's already notched the highest top speed of the season, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, I don't want to say that I didn't rate Aubameyang at Arsenal, but I kind of didn't rate Aubameyang at Arsenal. I thought he was decent, but you know, I think he averaged something like two games per goal or something like that, which, okay, is quite good for a striker, but I definitely think that he was his best at Borussia Dortmund, which is the case for a lot of Borussia Dortmund players. I think it's safe to say they're a club that do their business well. They manage to get a lot of money for players that, you know, will do well in the German league, but outside of that don't tend to do crazy well, other than Haaland, of course, and a few others. But a chance here for Liverpool and Thugs, but unfortunately the touch of Luis Diaz not as good as he would have hoped for.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, 3-0 on aggregate to St John's and to the team that are occupying Chelsea currently. Might see another chance here. He's running forward. Pulisic. Vicious strike there. I know a lot of the Americans rate Pulisic, their poster boy for the national team. They did fairly well in the World Cup, really. USA did themselves proud, I think, in a group that wasn't particularly the easiest group, really.
Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't an easy group for them, and I think he's young as well, Pulisic. He's got time on his side. He has plenty of years left in his career, so we'll have to see how he gets on. But a chance for Jota, and honestly, probably should have been on target at least. That will go down as a missed effort from Diogo Jota, but the first clear-cut one of the game for Niagara. But honestly, they're looking on the front foot here. It's looking promising.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a contrast from the first game. Getting forward a lot more. There may be a chance here for Diaz. Can he find the finish? Oh, he can! He's trickled it once again. You've said this earlier, that it seems to be at the moment the meta is just trickle the ball through the goalkeeper's legs at the moment, and it's worked once again.
Well, he's come out and he hasn't even moved, and he's been megsed, and he's just looked at the ball and gone, well, I don't know what you want me to do about that. Dive at the ball, son. Get down. Mendy, obviously, he's doing all right for Chelsea, but when you're seeing Kepa coming back into the fold, it's always a bit of a question mark. But either way, there could be a chance here for Niagara to bring it to just one goal, but unfortunately not well defended once again by St John's, who haven't really managed to get it going so far in this second leg.
Yeah, maybe taking his foot off the gas a little bit here, but maybe just enjoying the team Chelsea that he's got. A chance for Ziyech here. Had a really good World Cup. People thought he was going to come back into the league doing well, and shot was blocked, and it almost fell there, I think, to Havertz. Just wanted to go back to Pulisic, actually, because he kind of crops up in that conversation of players from Borussia Dortmund as well that have done pretty well. So, yeah, did well for Dortmund, and earned himself a shot in the Premier League, and seems to be shining on that. And it's a good save there. And Alisson once again with the save, and once again that voice comms going off for Dugs.
Come for the Trivella, how dare you? I'm sure that's what he's saying. But either way, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's like the finesse shot when it was OP back in FIFA 19 or whatever it was, when it was really, really OP. you know, we see people use it, and even though it has been nerfed quite heavily, when it goes in, it is a nice goal, but obviously we know how strong it was at one point, so we'll have to see. Pulisic, though, did just drift offside just ever so slightly as we reach the 40-minute mark. We'll have to see what Niagara have in their basket here. Can they manage to break this comeback? Can they do it? Darwin Núñez looking for that ball into the middle, but it will be blocked and go out for a corner kick.
Yeah, Liverpool can be strong from corners, like we said earlier. They've got Virgil van Dijk to aim for, so you know, plenty of height in the box. Someone that can sort of win the ball in the air and make a challenge, because you know, corners on FIFA can be a pretty good chance to score, really. And the same with real life, really. That you've got those players, 6'4", and he's got good jumping, good heading, and it's a lovely ball into Thiago there. Can he get the turn? No, he can't. Zachariah, very strong. Ball does break again, though, and a chance for Diaz. Can he find the shot? No, well defended once again.
Yeah, really well defended. A good turn from Diaz as well, but unfortunately runs straight into Koulibaly, who is one player that you really don't want to run into. Darwin Núñez with a chance, and a good save this time from Mendy, forcing out for a corner. Another goal before the half-time whistle would be absolutely delightful for Niagara. Ball whipped in, Koulibaly clears it away, and that should be it. But Gomez has whipped it back in. Chance for Darwin Núñez. Might have gone for the bicycle, but that will be the half-time whistle being blown at 1-0 for Niagara. So 3-1 to St. John's on aggregate currently, and you've got to say, Niagara deserving of this lead so far.
Yeah, I definitely think so. You know, we saw 3-0 to St. John's in the first, and now 1-0 to Niagara. And I think, yeah, like you said, it's been very much deserved. The game has been end-to-end, which is good. It's been a closer game than the first leg. But I think, yeah, Niagara probably do deserve to be 1-0 up. They created some good chances, but you've got to say that Blue Champs has defended pretty well with Chelsea. You know, the chances are creeping in, and Niagara really playing on the front foot in the second leg, like you said, from the kickoff. You know, they kind of just took the game to Blue Champs.
Yeah, most definitely. But Blue Champs now needs to find some sort of second wind here. You can't have the same first half, because I do feel like Niagara could potentially have an upset comeback here, and that would definitely spell the end for St. John's, unless Niagara lost. No, because if Niagara win this one, then there's simply no way back for St. John's. So this is a do or die situation, really. Do have a 2-goal lead currently, so they can hang on to it, but you definitely want to see more of a compelling performance from Blue Champs, because we saw him in the first leg. We know that he can do it, but the Chelsea pick for me is a bit of a statement, a bit of a, you know, chance for Aubameyang just wide of the post. Picking your favourite team in these kind of cups and tournaments and stuff like that, especially when they're as off meta as Chelsea, I think it's I don't want to say it's disrespectful towards your opponent, but definitely gives your opponent an advantage.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, it's one of those that you're picking the team you support. You know, I feel like Blue Champs maybe thought, you know, 3-0 up, could afford to take that chance and use the team that you want to use, because like we said at the beginning, Chelsea aren't necessarily the strongest team on paper. There's a really good effort there, and it's the underside of the crossbar. I thought that might have just snuck in there. Really good strike, but unfortunately Blue Champs still struggles to find the net. And honestly, I don't know how many times Blue Champs has hit the woodwork tonight, but it's 4 or 5 plus now.
Yeah, it really doesn't seem to be going in their favour, does it? Looking to try and get a goal back here in this one, bring it back to a 3-goal advantage for St. John's, but unable to do so. They are starting to come forward more, though, Chelsea, and that will mean that more chances will come. Havertz looking for that pass in the middle towards Aubameyang. You can see it. What is Alisson doing off his line? Takes a shot on N'Golo Kante, but not very high shooting, so we'll go over the bar.
Yeah, I honestly don't know where he was going with Alisson there. Maybe tried to bait him a little bit and then held on for a bit too long. I thought if that fallen to somebody slightly better than N'Golo Kante on the shooting front, then maybe we would have seen a goal. And I do feel that Blue Champs needs to get himself in gear here, because at the moment, you know, we did say it could be down to goal difference, because if Niagara end up beating DePaul, it'll be a win each for every team. It could come down to that goal difference, and they're going to want to be there, because DePaul only have +1. So, you know, if they were to lose, they'll be in the minuses potentially. So, yeah, they've really got to start scoring some goals, really, just to give themselves the best chance possible.
Kante being pressured heavily here by Thiago, gives it to Chilwell, who's looking to try and get it out, and they've managed to beat the press here, so well played there by Blue Champs, calmly playing it from out the back, and now there could be a chance. Reece James looks to play it over the top for Aubameyang, but Joe Gomez, plenty of pace, does well, manages to track back and make sure that Gambian cannot get in through on goal. Salah, for me, Salah just never feels that great on FIFA.
No, he's one of those, I think, he only has 3-star weak foot usually on FIFA as well. I can't remember if he did get a boost to 4-star this year, but
He did.
he's one of those that I never feel, like you say, never really feels that electric, never that insane, you know. In real life, absolutely rapid, clinical on his left, but I don't know, sometimes it just doesn't feel that way, because sometimes FIFA need a strong striker to hold it up. And I know he plays on the wing, but you know, there's not really any physical presence there in FIFA for Salah.
Havertz. Pulisic now. Chance for Blue Champs to end this game right here, right now. Keeps winning the ball back here in these advanced positions. You need to be careful. Salah looks to go around Chilwell, but has committed the foul. And with 15 minutes left to go, Niagara have to throw everything forward here, or, well, they'll have to put it down to the final game of the evening, where they will be going up against DePaul.
I think there's going to be all to play for in that game, though, because you know, it was a close game between DePaul and St John's. This second leg for sure has been close between Niagara and St John's. So, you know, on paper, will we have a close game in the third? Every game's been pretty close so far, apart from the first leg here where it was 3-0. You know, we had a 2-0 to DePaul, then we had a 3-2 to St John's, it's 3-0, and now it's only 1-0. So, you know, not been a crazy amount of goal difference between the sides. Sometimes during the league formats, we've had ones, you know, where some teams have scored 7 or 8 goals. So, yeah, definitely a lot tighter in the cup format today.
Trent Alexander-Arnold with a heavy touch there, gives possession away to Chelsea, and that is not something that you can afford to be doing when you're 2 goals down with 10 minutes to go. Aubameyang whips to the back post for Sterling, hits the post and sneaks in at the near post. It is another goal for St John's. They bring it back to level 1-1 here in this game, and that brings it to 4-1 on aggregate. Fantastic stuff from St John's. Gets a goal that I would say he deserves.
Yeah, and even then, still managed to hit the woodwork, somehow.
It's got to be a record broken at this point, you would have thought. Chance for Aubameyang. Alisson with another fantastic save.
Yeah, I think a little bit of goalkeeper movement in there as well, maybe just edged him to the side of the goal there, which helped him make that save. Are we going to see any more goals? We still may end up coming down to goal difference if Niagara can defeat DePaul in the final matchup of this evening. Are we going to see another chance? Big header, but kind of really too much pressure there. Maybe he could have tried to control it and lay it off, but we are at 1-1 in this leg, and it's been the closest game so far.
Yeah, 100%. It has been. It's been a close contest here, and it's got to be said that the one thing for me that Thugs has been struggling to deal with is the pressure when you're in the attacking third, when you're trying to get past this defence, just struggling to find the open man and find somebody open to get the ball to. You see once again Trent running it out. Probably had the most turnovers so far in this game, unfortunately. If you are a Niagara fan, it is tough to say, but Trent just having a bit of a bad performance, to be honest. Ball played for Pulisic, but Virgil van Dijk makes the overlap and run, corrects the ball, and that should be the full-time whistle being blown.
Yeah, 4-1 on aggregate then. Really good second leg, I'd say there, actually, though, because it was really, really tight. And, yeah, 1-1, but it's going to come down to the final game of the night, really. Niagara versus DePaul. Obviously, DePaul maybe had a little bit of time now where they haven't played for a little bit, so will they come in slightly cold? You've got Niagara have just come off of a defeat, but we saw St John's bounce back from a defeat, so can we see Niagara do the same?
Yeah, that is the question. It's been a fantastic set of fixtures so far this evening, and hopefully you are enjoying along at home as well. The Vincentian Cup. It's been St John's bouncing back in this second game, picking up their first win of the day. Well, they need to hope that Niagara don't come back in this third game, so they go through to the grand final tomorrow, but we will have to see about that. DePaul versus Niagara, it'll be right up after this break, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We'll have to maybe throw it back to a break while we get this sorted, as we do need to sort this while we're on air. It's a bit more awkward whilst we're
Yeah.
on here chatting away, isn't it? So, yeah, tournament admins are also replying as well. So hopefully, very shortly, we will have a definitive answer for you one way or the other.
Yeah.
We're hopeful that we'll get to show this on stream, because it's always more fun that way, more exciting to share that with everybody. It does seem, however, like it's gone off again.
Yeah, so it looks like I mean we've spoken about it in the chat, and it does seem like we are going to have to play this one off stream, which is unfortunate. I understand. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Obviously, we all do here at EGF. I appreciate you hanging by and watching all the games, but unfortunately, this one does seem like it is going to have to be played off stream. Obviously, I would like to thank everybody for watching and joining myself and Matt alongside us for this Vincentian Cup 2023 journey. But we do have a final game which will be coming up tomorrow, which will be, I think, at what time is it? 7 p.m. is it Eastern time? I think so. Yeah, 7:15. No, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock on the dot p.m. tomorrow evening. Eastern time, or midnight UK time, or whatever. You can translate the time zones from there. But either way, that is all the action we have for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We do apologise once again for the delays, and that the final game will have to be played on stream. But my name has been George Overton, joined by Matt Hayho, and we'll catch you tomorrow for the grand final of the Vincentian Cup. Thanks for watching, and good night.
See you there.